Hello, welcome to Coin Edition. We are here at the World Blockchain Summit conducted by Trustcon, and we have a special guest over here. Is Anand Kumar, founder of RX669 Series, and it's a metaverse gaming ecosystem. So, please let me know about your company, your project, and also self-introduction, please.
Yeah, so I've been developing products in this metaverse space for the last eight years to 9 years, much before Facebook branded it as metaverse. Yeah, so I have created enterprise projects or multiple products in immersive technologies, also or combined and called as metaverse now. But these were pieces of technologies before, right? So I've created many products for multiple brands across multiple sectors. So I'm banking all that experience and taking it to the Web3 world to create this game called RX669 Series, which is a AA FPS mobile game which connects to a real world metaverse.
Fine. So, you just said now, like, you have been around this project like since years. So, can you just trace down the technological changes that happened like the recently, and you already might have exposed to it, right? So, you can just brief it about.
uh, Technologically, the blockchain is added to the existing technologies, which makes it easier for mass adoption. Previously, all these technologies were used from a B2B, only from business to business. And now it's B2C because you have a blockchain layer over it and you can reach from B to B2C, right? And that's what I see as a major development, and a lot of products being created in with this in the mind, that you can immediately take these technologies which were otherwise costly to afford and only afforded by the large enterprises. Now it's available to the masses as individual pieces of projects, whichever creates value for the user.
That's really nice. And there are a lot of NFT spaces coming up, and also play and earn projects. There are a lot of projects. So, how do you place yourself, your company, among all this? And what are the unique features that you see?
Yes. So we differ from other play to earn in the way that we don't want the user to play to earn or play and earn, because being gamers ourselves, we think, why do people play games? They want to have fun, right? The moment you add economy over it, the fun factor side of reduces, and you start to get this little bit of tension in your operation where there is some money involved that is not fully fun, right? So we are creating a game which is in its heart fun to play at the foremost, without complicating the gamers with complicated Web3 lingos of staking, farming, and all that. We want to onboard the users to play a game at the foremost, and gradually taking them to understand the other part slowly. So we are not looking at creating economy through the tokens or by a little bit to the NFTs maybe, but not banking on the tokens. But again, you can ask a question, say, how do we sustain our economy at this without tokenizing it, right? So our product extends to a real world metaverse, meaning persistent location based experiences in augmented reality. You can think of this as Pokemon meeting Web3,
Yeah.
right? So we collaborate with the brands, and we create experiences for them in the real world metaverse, right? And we make the economy sustainable through collaborating with them, and rewarding the users through the actual brands, and not by a sum zero sort of a model where we take from the users and give to the users. We don't do that. We believe we have to take from other brands or businesses, and they have to pay us for something we offer them, and the users will be incentivized from that. That's the kind of economy we are trying to build with this.
Okay, so that's the way you incentivize, like how you earn. So one general thing that I would like to ask is like, not all the people, or let's say all the parents, are not ready to like put their kids into the metaverse gaming ecosystem, because this is like some people have this they're worried that gaming can destroy the mental health of the people, or what the kids, not the people, but the kids. So how can you attract those kind of people?
So I think every marketing copy I have encountered in all the Web3 games are very complicated,
Yeah.
and there is a learning curve for everyone to even understand the language of it. For someone who is going to play a game, there should not be much of a learning curve.
Yeah.
So this interesting thing happened. We were discussing about a good copy for our product.
Yeah.
The marketing team pitched in, the agencies pitched in, but actually the best copy came from a kid when we tried to explain the concept to the kid said, okay, so you play your game in the mobile and you walk into the mall to spend your earnings from the game.
Yeah, that's very true.
So this is as simple we want to make, and the NFTs and all the technologies user need not understand it when they play the game.
Anyway, we all know that the metaverse will lead in the future. Or although we cannot blame that traditional media is the best one or the metaverse field is best one, all the fields, all the platform have their own techniques or their own features. So, well, like, what do you see in the future? Like, do you have anything to launch or any good initiatives that you're going?
Yes, so our prototype is ready and the game is launching by February next year. So we have our NFT collections, which are again playable characters in the game. They'll be launching by the Jan end possibly. Yeah, and we also have an option to collaborate with other NFT collections, sold out collections. So we want to bring their avatars into a game. We can't expect the user to buy a NFT from every game to play their game, right? So the concept of NFT interoperability, we adopt to that and we love that. So we want to bring every collection, every sold out collection, we want to collaborate with them and their avatars have to enter again and vice versa.
Yeah, yeah. So of course the collaboration can give you more opportunities too. So talking about the NFTs, there have been a lot of hacking, like fraudulent activities happening on the NFT crypto platform. And like recently, I think chain analysis they reported that DeFi protocol has been exposed to a lot of fraudulent activities. Also, there are Ponzi schemes in the NFTs, fake NFTs, and many people are also losing their money. So how can you see this thing? And
So it's too early in the space, right? So
yeah,
these sort of things happen, but now I personally know a couple of companies avidly working on this space to solve these issues. For example, they will tell you the wash rates. You can manipulate the NFT floor price, right? So there are these algorithms which are already being built, and they've launched last month also. It's called BitScrunch. So this algorithm will tell you if there is a wash rate happening in this NFT collection. So if the real value is hyped up or faked value
yeah,
or real value, right? Their algorithms detect that, and also they can detect if a NFT is released on the multi-chain, like meaning if I'm releasing my NFT in this chain and also the other chain and also other chain, so that means it's a duplicate, right? So the algorithms can identify that also. So I'm sure every marketplace will sort of adopt to those algorithms, and these things will get easier going.
yeah, yeah. I think more security system will be there in future also. So, see, we are the event, we are the World Blockchain Summit. There are a lot of companies projecting their talents and everything. So, how do you see this event and how do you explore your project?
Yeah, so this is such a good place where you network, you see what others are doing. Each one is trying to solve an issue, and this time in particular I'm seeing a lot of product development companies,
Yeah,
yeah, more than last time. So I'm bullish about how now the developers are getting into the picture, people who've been building something earlier and not only banking on the hype and the FOMO. So now they're creating products which obviously will take time,
yeah.
but that is how I see the whole ecosystem going forward.
Okay, I think there are a lot of startup projects too who look into developing with their blockchain concept. Anyway, and also Dubai is being on the track for being the crypto capital. There are a lot of metaverse NFT projects launching. Many companies had already launched projects. Many are on the track. Many will do that. Many companies. So how do you take this opportunity to establish your projects?
So Dubai is your Silicon Valley for Web3, right? So this is the place you have to be, or everyone have to have a presence in
Yeah.
Dubai if you really want to know at least what everyone is building. Because every other company who is building in this space, they have a footprint here. This is such a good place. The government is very conducive towards anything futuristic. So I feel great coming here and just mingling with this crowd and meeting all these wonderful people here.
Great. And is your team like looking forward to expand and establish the project to any other countries?
Yes, so we have scalability is very easy for us, but we are right now fine tuning our first prototype and getting that ready to scale it to the marketplace. But once we do that, probably after first quarter or second quarter of next year, we'll look at scaling it.
And my final question is like, what do you like to tell to the audience or to the investors who invest?
To the investors, they already know what's happening, so they just have to back the right talent and look at the people who are building it. Have they built anything before this? not just jumping into the Web3 garden. And for the audience, this is a great space and a learning curve. There's a bit of learning curve, but once you cross that, this is a very exciting space to be.
And also, I think education in metaverse and NFT is very important. So, how do you see that? Like many, I think many universities are getting into implement this NFT crypto.
So I feel education has to be a part of every product.
Yeah.
So we need to educate the users, the audience, that the pros and cons of blockchain.
Yeah.
The cons of blockchain: if you lose your private key, your money is gone. Someone has to tell that straight away in the head and make sure they understand the implications of getting into the blockchain before even asking them to put anything on the product. Yeah.
So I think audience, you might have received some ideas about the RX669 series, and that's what Anand Kumar had said us to expand your ideas with the project too. So thank you, Anand Kumar, for sharing your ideas over here.
It's my pleasure doing so.